Hi again everyone, I'm super excited to make this video. If you haven't heard, they just released the Halo Infinite flight test, the first one ever. I've been playing it all weekend, so I'm really excited to share this with you guys. If you haven't seen any of their announcements yet, I will link it in the description so you guys can stay up to date on all the Halo Infinite news. Without further ado, let's get into this beta. So day one going into the beta was a bit of a hassle for everybody, including myself. I know me personally, I had to refresh the Halo Waypoint website for about 3 hours before I even received my Steam code. After a lot of waiting and refreshing, I was finally able to get in and get my Steam code. As you can see here, they nailed the menu screen. They have a new battle pass, which we've also never seen in the game before. You can see me here really browsing the interface and clearly laughing at something in my chat. But I think they really nailed the interface. The menu screen looks sleek, it looks clean. They did a really good job on that. One of the very first things I did was adjust my settings. As you can see here, there are a lot of new options for both mouse and keyboard and controller players, such as acceleration, sensitivities, and specific gun sensitivities. I'm not too sure how I feel about this yet. I think it's going to make competitive really interesting to see what route Halo players take and what they choose to play on. It is definitely going to make the game more interesting to have that many options for settings. The game also incorporated a lot of video settings that players can work with. Some of them being FOV, minimum and maximum frame rate, VSync, all of these things that players look for in a good game. You can also increase your level of graphics. As you can see here, I have mine on medium, but you can increase them to ultra if needed. Overall, there are a lot of settings that are going to be fun to work with, motion blur being one of them. As you can see, I immediately put that to 0. After I figured out my settings, the first thing I did was go into Academy. I had to try out the new guns, and of course see how the BR, the Magnum, and the Sniper worked. If you guys would like an in-depth analysis of all the new guns in Halo Infinite, let me know and I can make a whole new video dedicated to just that. Moving on into multiplayer, we were given 3 maps to play during the Halo Infinite flight test. The first one being Live Fire or Live Fire, I'm not too sure, Recharge, and Bazaar. My personal favorite is the first map here. The reason why this map is my favorite is because it reminds me the most of Halo, whereas the other ones are a little bit different. It actually wasn't even until the second day that I was able to access multiplayer. I was having issues all day one, like most people were. Because it was a flight test, there was a lot of bugs, especially getting into multiplayer. Unfortunately, I was one of those people. But when I was finally able to get it up and working, I was very excited, to say the least, to play multiplayer. Moving on to the second map, Recharge, it does seem like a social map to me rather than a competitive one. You can see me use the grapple hook here, which is something I'm really excited for. There's going to be a ton of clips and montages in the making. However, I don't see this map being used in competitive. Let me know what you guys think. The third map, Bazaar, reminds me a little too much of something you would see out of CSGO or COD. That is why it's not my personal favorite. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I do like Halo to stay true to its roots.
Hey, nice shooting.
By the second and third day of the flight test, the bots were upgraded to ODST bots, as you can see here. However, they aren't as bad as you may think. Here is an example of that. Whoa, whoa, whoa! This bot's so good. That gun. Bro! Trust me, you don't want to see any more clips. Moving on into day 4, the last day of the Halo Infinite flight test. There was a rumor the entire weekend that the final day of the beta would have PvP, so we would not be matching bots anymore, but actual players, which was really exciting, but I didn't want to get my hopes up because, again, it is an Infinite flight test. But obviously, I couldn't contain myself. It unfortunately only lasted 2 hours, but during those 2 hours, I had the time of my life. Yes! Out of my way. Out of my way. Out of my way. Not only was there a huge difference playing against real players instead of bots now, but it was a lot more fun. Yo! Yo! Yo, it's happening! It's happening! It's happening, it's happening, it's happening, it's happening, it's happening, it's happening, it's happening. I'm shooting on all of you. As you can see here, I am very excited. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy to be playing this right now. Okay. Okay. Other than having a hard time getting into multiplayer, once you were into the game, there was little to no issues. I noticed a huge difference playing against real players instead of bots. Alright, on the scene with the gravity hammer. We're coming back, boys. First Halo Infinite's PvP game.
Acquired. Enemy bones cry out in terror.
That's a new one. Enemy bones cry out in terror. Yeet! What? Although the new PvP only lasted a couple hours, it was definitely the smoothest it had run all weekend. First PvP game, ladies and gentlemen. That was sick. Let me know what you guys thought of the video. I would love to hear your opinions on Halo Infinite and what's to come. Overall, I'm very satisfied with it. Other than there being very minor bugs, it's to be expected since it is the first flight test. But overall, very satisfied, very excited. Love to hear what you guys think, so be sure to leave that in the comments. I will see you guys in the next one, hopefully very soon. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.